Hi guys, this is Monique, the Kitchen Bruja, and I'm back here today with an eclipse reading. One of my subscribers requested that I do an eclipse read, so I figured, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm gonna definitely do one today. So we're gonna find out for this eclipse that's coming up, what is going to be leaving your life, what new is coming into your life. What should you work on manifesting, and how can you show up in a more positive light for yourself? So first, I'm going to ask, what's going to be leaving for the collective spirit for this eclipse? What is the eclipse going to be removing from our lives? Let's see. What's going to be leaving our lives for this eclipse spirit? Chiron. So Chiron, card number 8, that's the card of the wounded healer. Okay, so I feel like what's going to be leaving is going to be like really coming in to sweep out any leftover residual pain and traumas and things from the past. Is this going to be a time of kind of like really completing where the healing process is complete? Okay. This is basically where, you know, we've received some type of, gone through some particularly very dark, painful things. And as a result, we've journeyed through the darkness and we've received some type of spiritual growth. Okay. For some of us, this is going to be having abandonment issues or, you know, really just feeling hurt from people, you know, betraying us and things like that. This is going to be a period of where this eclipse is coming in to sweep out any unnecessary worries that we have, any type of, even if you've been like having some health issues, those things are going to be improving as well. Specific attention on the spine, the bones, internal organs. Also, there's going to be healing that is coming to completion regarding broken trust issues where, you know, for some of us, we've had our heart broken by people that were very close to us, you know, people that we did not expect it from, you know, like they say, betrayal comes from, it, you know, always, it's always somebody close to you. It's never just like a random person. And that's why it hurt so bad. You know, like they say, it's not it's not so much the betrayal, it is, but it's also that when you turn around and you see who's holding the knife. So I feel like there's been some particular issues that the collective have been going through and working our way through, trying to process it, you know, letting go of with this eclipse. I think it's going to be removing that need to know or figure out, well, why did they do this? Why did this happen to me? And kind of accepting things for what they have been. And this is also a time of anything that we're worried about, you know, as it pertains to like our finances, overall well-being. Those unnecessary worries are going to be getting eclipsed out of our lives as well. Going to start possibly spending more time in nature, which is right in time for this, you know, the real new year, right? Where we're experiencing a rebirth on earth. You know, spring is coming, and where, you know, the trees are getting their leaves, and, you know, the flowers are flowering, they're getting their petals and things like that. It's just kind of like a renewal, a rebirth. So it's like getting rid of all this little leftover pain, and just letting things go, right? So that we can have a rebirth. Again, we're going to be starting getting out in nature, getting out of the survival mode, you know, not being so isolated and stuck in the home, and just really kind of like thriving and flowing after this eclipse passes. So take away, because I know for damn sure I needed to let go some things. It's like I don't want to think about it anymore. I don't want to ponder on it. It is what it is. People did what they did, you know, taking accountability for your part in it, you know, whatever that is, and then just kind of letting it go, coming out of this stagnant like hangman energy and actually getting up and moving forward. So that's what this is right here. So then the next thing, what is it new that's coming into our lives? Okay. We got the card of 11. So 11, numerology, new beginnings, okay? Pluto is the card of transformation. And again, I was just speaking on that, like where, there's been feeling like some restrictive energy, okay? But now we're having a rebirth. So this is like where many things that we have relied upon in the past are suddenly going to be going away, and it's going to be like an ending representing a new beginning. So it's like we experience many deaths in life and new starts. So it's basically a time when the slates are wiped clean and we're ready for something new. So if you've been in any type of relationships, and let's say that they were not fulfilling, this is a period of time where those unfulfilling relationships are going to be, they're either going to get better, okay, or they're going to completely end. No ifs, ands, or buts, like major transformation. So if you're not with the person that you're supposed to be with, things are not working out, you feel like you're going against the grain, you're having all types of issues, that's going to be ending. Those are going to be coming to an ending. Others possibly may see that the relationships deepen or they become more fulfilling. For others, this is new romances that are starting. So this is coming into contact, into union with soulmates, divine counterparts, things like that. And the message is obviously, not to try to control things, but just to let things flow. Okay. So new relationships are coming. Also, if some of you have been celibate or abstinent, I see you guys coming out of that. So people are going to be, getting, an active sex life, great sex. Okay. That's happening as well. And it's going to be very passionate. Okay. This is going to be very passionate, very consuming. Okay. Healing sex. Because if you're my healers, you're my brujis on this page, you have very healing, sacred sexual energy. Okay. And you don't share it with everybody. But when you do, and you're going to soon with this eclipse, that energy, just be prepared, okay? This is also a time where there's any certain things that you wanted to learn about, dabbling into the occult, the taboo, certain mysteries, things like that, where you're going to start to, maybe some of you are going to start looking more into that. Maybe that's, something that you're interested in. This is also a card, though, that tells you to be mindful of psychic attacks and be mindful of who you're opening up yourself to. So I advise people, it's like, don't just go get readings from everybody, and just, there's not everybody is supposed to be reading for you. So this is a confirmation for someone. Maybe you were considering like getting a reading from a particular person, not me, because you can trust me with your energy, but I don't know, for someone, maybe there was someone that you wanted to get a reading from, or you possibly already did get a reading from a particular person and you felt like, I shouldn't do that. Trust your intuition, okay? Let your spirit guide you to who should be reading for you. Find maybe one or two couple, readers, and if they're good and you like them and you trust them and you have good results with them, keep going to them. You don't need to be hopping around to like 10, 15 different readers. That's not good, okay? Because you can get yourself crossed up that way. So be mindful about psychic attacks as well. Let's see. Also, protect yourself against energy vampires, okay? But definitely, some of you, this is just a warning, okay? For others of you, what new is going to be coming into your life is some of you are going to be suddenly relocating to a new home, okay? Moving to a new location, selling your home, the current home. If you live in an apartment, you're apartment hunting, you're looking for a new apartment or something like that. But Spirit is saying to be mindful and pay close attention to, if you're in the market for a new home or selling your home, be mindful of any foundational or water issues or sewer problems or something like that. And if you're my spiritual girlies and guys, definitely fill out the energy of the place that you're moving in. Make sure it's not haunted. Make sure there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, go through. Maybe you want to spiritually cleanse the home. Obviously, I mean, not maybe. You definitely should spiritually cleanse the home before you move into it. Okay, and make sure that the feng shui of it all is on the up and up. Okay, but overall, this is just a regeneration again. getting rid of the old, bringing in the new. For some of you, you know, you're going to be getting maybe a new wardrobe, getting rid of old clothes, cleaning out closets, getting rid of things that you don't need or don't use or haven't used in a while. Okay. Um, but definitely there's going to be, you know, again, endings and new beginnings. For some of you, spiritually speaking, you maybe find yourself going through some initiations at this time. Maybe you're gonna do some type of baptism, or some type of initiation or something like that at this time. Definitely, it's like, or starting, you know, on getting onto your spiritual journey, spiritual path, investigating what is your spiritual calling, what is your purpose, what path should you be on, what spirits walk with you, those type of things. It's overall just a great change in all aspects of your life, being at the crossroads, having to make a decision, and a decision that's going to lead you to something, some type of radical change. But I feel it more on the positive as opposed to the negative. So there's going to be major positive changes. Okay. Let's see what's next. What was that? So this is what's ending. This is what's coming. And so now we're going to do, what should you be working on? Manifesting. Okay, I like this one. Love, love, love. Definitely, I already said that there's going to be new partners coming in. So for some of you, this is going to be new romance, okay? That's coming into your life that you should be working on. Maybe this could even be like self-love as well. You know, Venus, you know, is a card that kind of just says, let love take care of it for now. So this card, Venus, is all about being charming, being seductive, you know, love, having the good life, you know, beautiful things, beautiful smells, things that taste good, things like that. So Venus co-rules the signs of Libra and Taurus. So there could be Libra and Taurus heavy in your energy, or you guys could be one of those signs. But this definitely is about beauty, romantic love, and it's very partner oriented. So this card is talking about definitely some form of partnership. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could even be a business partnership as well. But if we're talking about romance and love, again, this is and it also rules money. So that's why I said it could also be a partnership or a business enterprise, maybe collaborating with somebody, finding a partner to go into business with, something like that. Okay. Fashion, hair salons, working on your craft, you know, things like that may figure into this. Being more expressive of your creative and artistic side as well. So manifesting things in this regard, okay? But for a lot of you, this is a new love that's coming into your life, or a new start of an older relationship, like reconciliation, things like that. But you want to really focus on your appearance. So this is a lot of self-care, showing yourself self-love. Go get your manicures, you know, go get your hair done, you know, go get your facials, and make some time for some R&R, you know, be more loving towards your partner, you know. Foot rubs I'm getting for some of you. Maybe you're thinking about doing that, but or a couples massage or something like that. But since this is the planet of charmers, you definitely want to turn up the charm, turn up the beauty. You know what I'm saying? A little tip, you can take some vanilla extract, just the clear vanilla extract, just a little tiny bit of it, and put some in your hair. Just put a little in your hair, okay? That's definitely going to attract and turn up the charm, okay? In general, you will find that people will start to be sweeter to you. You can also take a little bit of honey and put a dab of it on your tongue anytime you need to persuade somebody or sweeten things up, or if you have any interviews or something like that. Let me know how that works for you, but I guarantee you're going to get the job, okay? So this is basically just a good time to kind of like be sweeter in general, you know, smooth over any ruffled feathers, make peace with people, you know, but definitely work on this area, Venus, okay? And lastly, what can you do to get more in union, more with yourself, or kind of like more in harmony, live more in harmony with yourself? Okay, third house, card number 27 of messages, communication. Okay, Mercury vibes is what I'm getting from this card. Okay, so let's see, maybe the way that you express yourself, okay, This is also talking about writing, okay? Writing down your thoughts. Maybe some of you could be thinking about writing a book, starting a blog, doing something like that, like getting your thoughts out onto paper, okay, expressing it. This could be, maybe some of you are poets, you know, maybe you write poetry or something like that. But just basically the way that you express yourself, maybe being more mindful of how you express yourself, because Mercury is about giving and receiving information. So when this card shows up, it's like it's finding different ways that you can relate information to people, okay? um this card is also, you know, the third house can be a time of buying and selling, like we talked earlier, you know. So if you're been stuck in a place, like again, a home, and you feel like, you know what, I got to get the hell out of here, it will be a good time for you to do so, okay? Um, there's also some, when this card comes up, it's also talking about issues with dealing with siblings, okay? There's certain things, so some of you could be having some issues with some siblings, um, that, you know, you may want to resolve or lay it to rest. Okay, it's up to you. Only you know what your situation is. Um, there's could be some changes going on in your neighborhood, because the third house also signifies your neighborhood. So there's some events that are going to be happening. So be mindful of that. But basically, it's like when this card comes up, you're going to be talking your way in and out of situations, in and out of tough situations. So you do have the gift of gab, okay? You're somebody that has the gift of gab. But basically anything related toward working towards a common good. So here, when this card is about how can you come into more harmony with yourself, I guess being mindful of how you're communicating and relaying messages to others, and doing it so that the overall goal or the outcome is something that's for the greater good. Also, meditation and relaxation are suggested when this card comes out. So for some of you, if you know you haven't been making time to meditate, to take time to really just tap out and go out into nature, connect with source, this would be a good time for you to do so. We already talked about relaxation. So some of you could be my psychics, my mediums, you know, my healers and things like that. And your thoughts inspire other people. But in order to continue to receive those high vibrational, you know, messages from source, you want to make sure that you are, um, you know, tapping into source and really taking time to meditate. So that's how you can maintain the harmony with yourself, and not only with yourself, but with others as well. Um, some of you, again, this is setting boundaries, knowing when to cut off people and move on, right? Because sometimes not everything needs to be said. Sometimes the closure is the disrespect that somebody has presented to you. So things like that. Um, Also, this card talks about travel. So some of you may be taking trips. Maybe you need to take a vacation. Maybe you need to take a short trip, just you, yourself, okay? Um, and that would be good for your overall well-being. But yeah, so I hope that this helps. This is a really quick eclipse read. And I hope that you found something that was helpful, and many blessings.